Can anyone hear me? Anyone at all? Man, come on now. Can you hear me on Discord? I'm just trying to play catch up now. Try to get the last couple of R pieces out because I had a couple of assholes at work delay me by an hour and a half. So I didn't get to finish anything I was working on. And to top it off, I was running late. None of my programs work. Alright, I'll fix that. No, I was lowering the wrong one. Just gotta get the Pokemorphs up. Those, again, still getting set up. Have a couple more things to do, and then we'll be ready. Missing some Pokemon. Son of a bitch, I forgot to give you. That's dark. Yeah. Oh man, we're late. We are so late. Again, I apologize, everyone. These pictures up. Like I said, spoilers on the screen at the moment. I apologize for that too. Well, crap. I can't censor these without making a background for them. Oh, never mind. This is why I don't draw on computers. This is why I need tablets. Eevee. I'm missing Eevee again. Bless it. Oh, someone shoot me. Alright. If anybody's joined in recently, again, we're still setting up. I apologize. I had something come up at work and I was delayed.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. About time.
That was weird. My mic was not connected to Discord anymore.
Oh, I'm glad you fixed that. I'm censoring all the art that I was supposed to do earlier, but one thing led to another. Some customers wanted to be stupid, and here I am delayed.
But don't worry, we haven't had anybody join us. It's just me, you, and Val at the moment.
Did the other two people leave?
That would be me and Val. It's just been stuck at who you watching now for time.
Oh no, we had 5 for a while.
Oh, we did?
Yep. Awesome. Val can hear us. Man. Yeah, see this. Oh man. Oh, this is a fucking pain.
But even if this entire thing doesn't go as we wanted it to, we could still make this video that helps explain the lore of the viruses and have it posted up later for people to view.
That's true. Oh, this is a headache.
Of course, with us cutting all this stuff.
Oh yeah, we're definitely cutting all this crap. Eevee. Missing Eevee. Save. Well, 3 of them is going to have a black background. I can't get around that because I don't have the program to fix that. Because I'm doing this on my computer and not on my tablet, where I should have done it. Is this going? Stream. Actually, they might not. I don't know. Let's find out. Alright. Avert your eyes, because spoilers. Actually, I don't really care. It's up to you.
Alright, when you're ready, I'll make another post on a general discussion saying that we're actually ready.
Are we ever really ready?
No, but more ready than normal.
E. E ran away. See, black background. Motherfucker. Man, this was going to be so cool. No. People had to ruin my day and ruin our program.
Can't prep for everything.
Huh?
There's no way to always predict what's gonna happen.
No, but I could have done better. Like, I was putting on the last few details for this today. And it was just the artwork. I had everything written up, everything ready to go, except for censoring the Pokemorphs that I needed to present.
Well, you want me to try to make that announcement again, just to see if we can get anybody in?
I mean, even if they don't, we can keep it on the channel.
True. I'm pretty sure we have just things that we can just go out and spout about for the lore.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot written up that I'm going to read off of, like I did last time, and then save the discussion for the end.
True, and Val can pop up in the chat saying, hey, no, you forgot to talk about this.
Yeah. Who's that Pokemon? Thought that was going to be so much fun to do. People come in and not really expecting anything, and then all of a sudden you're playing a little mini game. Is anyone talking in the chat? I can't even see it right now. Much.
I think Val was the last one to say. Yeah, Val was the last one to say anything.
Oh no, one of them doesn't. One of them doesn't have a background. Guess who that is? That's my favorite. Not check.
Dab is offering to censor some Pokemon.
What? Who is?
Dab. I mean, Val. Val's offering so that you can.
Oh, it's too late already. Already got them.
Okay.
It's just that the ones I did all have black backgrounds now. And my champ's gonna be a little off-centered. I don't care. I want to hurry up and get through this. Some of these Pokemon need probably need a name change. Geodudet.
That's close enough. You don't have to be perfect.
Well, obviously, because tonight hasn't been anywhere near that. That. And the picture's backwards. Oh well. Too late to fix it.
You think you need like 5 more minutes before we can actually kick this thing off properly?
Yeah, probably. Oh, have Val censor the Nidoran family for me, because I didn't get to that.
Sense which one?
The Nido family. This is so embarrassing.
Like I said, you can't prep for everything. Things have to happen.
Still, doesn't make it any less embarrassing.
I'm gonna assume that you're talking about the full version of all the needles.
Yeah, the one that he did earlier. No. Just want to slide these up and down. Man. Alright. Almost ready. Almost ready. Oh, Charmander doesn't have a background either. Sweet. That makes me happy. It's the little things, I tell you. It's the little things. Alright, now I'm just waiting on that Nido family.
think you're ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm just waiting for that. The family.
Should I just make that announcement that we're ready and try to pull people in?
Yeah, go for it. Oh man. At least we're almost ready. Almost an hour late, but we're ready.
Well, we might as well start talking about something, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on that last piece, so I don't have to fool around with the editor anymore, and we can just get right to it. Remind me after this to make a better picture for our heads. So just line us up so we can just show it. The whole
Yeah,
picture.
not my shady work and paint art.
Yeah, right. Alright. Music good. Everybody can hear Dead and I.
At least Val could.
I'm just asking in general. The 6 people we have viewing. Sweet. Welcome everyone. We're almost ready. Again, we apologize. It's been really hectic the last 3 hours for me. But we're gonna be underway shortly. Dad, how much of a delay was this again?
Between like us speaking and them getting it,
Yeah.
it's like a minute or two.
Alright. Alright, for those coming in, we're going to be starting here shortly. Just waiting on one final picture to finish. If y'all have any Pokemon y'all want to hear about specifically, or if y'all want to hear about something specifically about the game, by all means go ahead and write it in the chat and we'll get to it towards the end. That way we can see it and prepare for it and not have a delay in waiting for it, the response to it. So if y'all want to hear about anything that we don't cover, by all means put it in the chat while we're talking about it and we'll get to it at the end. I'll be going over a bit about it. I have a couple pages worth of information to share, and then of course the team will get involved with it where they want to and need to. But it's just a regular chat tonight about the fundamentals of the game, the fun stuff. What makes Pokemorphs Pokemorphs?
That last piece is ready.
Alright, where is it? Ah, there it is. so many black spots. Oh my god, that's great. Val, that's so fantastic. Oh my gosh, yes. That makes me... That's by far my happy moment for the moment. Edit. Oh no, I don't need it. I just need it.
Alright, Dapper, I guess you should probably kick us off officially then.
Oh, I gotta edit. Add image, and this is going into. It's going. Alright. I think we're good to go. Are we good to go?
Oh god, we gotta cut 51 minutes off.
That's fine. I haven't hit the record button. Alright, here we go.
Well, as soon as you do, just start doing an intro.
Oh yeah, I got that. Alright, here we go. Recording in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, salutations everyone. I'm Dapper Gent, team lead of Dark Impulses and creators of Pokemorph. We also have Valtrona here, our main programmer and writer, Ninjishin, who is our sprite master, is here with us as well, and Deadman is on the mic with me. He's our quality tester and general go-to guy. And of course, our lead artist is White Vines, and of course he's not here with us. And probably be rare that he comes, as he's 5 hours ahead of everyone. I've invited multiple communities here tonight from all the sites that we have ads posted on for both artists and programmers. So if you know anyone, by all means, send them our way, because we could really use the help and we'll greatly appreciate it. More on that at the end. So the different sites that we're currently posting in are, of course, our main forums of Legends, Crystal, then Newgrounds, Fur Affinity, Honkfire, DeviantArt. And we invited those communities to join us for a little fun discussion regarding the lore of Pokemorph and why we make them the way we do. So welcome to everyone who has tuned in tonight, and again, thank you for your patience and understanding through the difficulties we've been having. Now, before I get into it, we should address the Dawn fan in the room, or the elephant if you didn't get the joke and reference. Many are anticipating the game update and new engine. We're going to knock that out real quick. All we can say is that it's still a work in progress. We're getting closer, but it's taking much longer than we had hoped it would, and we've had quite a few setbacks. All we can do is apologize, reiterate that we're working on it, and we'll get it out as soon as we possibly can. In the meantime, let's talk about what's going on in Pokemorph World. This is a warning. There is spoiler content ahead. If you haven't played the game yet, I'd recommend doing that first and replaying this later. If you don't care, then let's go right into it. Now, if anyone wants a specific, alright, I already said all this. If anyone wants a specific subject discussing, go ahead and say it in the chat now. We'll get to it here in a bit. Starting with a summary of the story, it starts off like any other Pokemon game, if you haven't played it yet. The main character has a problem, gets a Pokemon, and starts an adventure. Pretty copy-paste for Pokemon games. Bay arrives just in time to see Ash's Pikachu commit domestic terrorism on the Poke Center in Viridian. Everybody knows that story. It's the anime. It's how it goes. Now, our main story picks up there at that point. After that, things went sideways and fast. When Bay wakes up, he finds that the world around him has already begun changing as the explosion released the Pokemorph Virus. A virus, the Pokemorph Virus, is one that changes Pokemon into humanoids and makes the trainers and non-trainers alike lose their minds. What is the Pokemorph Virus? The Pokemon Metamorphosis, or Pokemorph Virus, has the same origin both in and out of the game. It started with the canon virus, the Pokevirus, which in the games, the afflicted Pokemon gains double the effort values or bonus stats. In the Pokemorph World, Silph scientists found the Pokevirus and tried creating a panacea or cure-all for even the worst known Pokemon illnesses. They succeeded, but at a cost not worth catching in on, as the new virus forced a new evolution strain which resulted in the creation of the highly contagious Pokemorph Virus. The virus generally only affects female Pokemon. In the game, it's explained why that a female has. In the game, it's explained why that a female human was experimented on to see the virus effects on humans. The results altered the virus to match the gender. Aside from increased libido, males are largely unaffected, but I'll get more into that later on. Outside the game, we decided not to do both male and female versions due to the team's limitations and interests, and the fact that we're just lazy about it, because that's a lot of artwork. We're already doing 450 battle arts minimum for the main Pokemon. We don't want to double that for both genders. Aside from simply giving them female forms, this also alters minor things here and there. Well, some minor, some major. We're going to showcase some of these changes with a classic fan favorite. Who's that Pokemorph? We're going to share some pre-selected morphs for this part. If you want to know about any specific Pokemon, why they were designed the way they were, then go ahead and ask in chat. And we'll get to them after we discuss the main few.
And if you're watching this later, just try to comment in the below guessing which Pokemon that is.
Oh yeah. They probably won't be able to do that simply because it's on delay. So by the time they were like, yeah, it's this Pokemon, we're going to be like, we're on the next one.
The comment section.
What was that?
I meant the comment section when we upload it.
Oh, yeah. Alright, oh, before I get into this, do you or Val want to add anything?
No, not really. I'll talk about any of my kind of lore you look for, and the other lore that I know of that you guys don't later.
Alright. Oh, then I guess we're waiting for Val's response to this, and then we'll play that fan favorite. Who's that Pokemon? And you said it was a whole minute delay, right?
Seems like it.
You know, we should probably get Val in Discord with us, even if he just listens in, just so he's in real time with us. Awesome. Alright, and he has nothing on it. So let's get to it! Alright, people, let's play the game. Alright. Who's that Pokemorph? It's Eevee with a background. I mentioned difficulties earlier. That's one of them. Alright, so everyone knows Eevee. She's the Pokemorph Pikachu. She's our example of the generic changes to Pokemon. Most morphs stand upright on bipedal legs, have been given a noticeable female anatomy, and even a reproduction system similar to humans. Though they still lay eggs. No joke there, people. Though the added features may have additional uses depending on the morph. such as Blackwish, whose breasts inflate and deflate, for buoyancy. However, the virus only affects sexually mature Pokemon, so once we get into Gen 2, we're not going to be morphing baby Pokemon like Togepi and Pichu. And no, that's not happening. That's way beyond my comfort level. But yeah, as you can see, Eevee is the epitome of the Pokemorph Virus. She's cute, she's lovable, and everybody recognizes her that has played the game because she's one of the main characters. Moving on to the next Pokemon. Great. Why does it... Okay. I apologize. It seems we had some technical difficulties. I want to type this in chat. I don't know why it does that, but occasionally it will cut the mic off on the program that's used for streaming. Anyone?
All the Machamp stuff.
Alright, so apparently we missed the whole Machamp section. So Pokemorphs with evolutions get a bit curvier with each stage. Scientists believe it's to make them more alluring and more attractive, so that they find better, stronger mates. This includes Pokemon and trainers alike. However, it's the Nidoran family that demonstrates the changes in both the evolutions and the additional features that come with some of the changes. Something we'll be getting to with the next Pokemorph. But during some testing, scientists discovered that morphs, when given a lineup, prefer human males first, Pokemon males second, human females third, and only choose other morphs as a last resort. Some scientists speculate that their preference for humans is due to their new forms mimicking humans, but have not been able to test that theory in-game. But with that said, we're moving on to the next. Who's that Pokemorph? Who's that Pokemorph? I need like a push button that says the classic one and maybe has the sound they make. But if you haven't guessed it, it's Geodude.
Maybe next stream, Dapper. Maybe next stream.
Maybe next stream. If I can do the, there we go. And the picture's backwards and it has a black background. Again, I apologize. Technical difficulties all around, all night. Some morphs were hard to conceptualize, like rock hard. Anyone see what I did there? Alright. Like Geodude here. How do you make something that's essentially a rock with arms sexy? Some of you may think to yourself, oh, that's easy. You just internet. And to that I say, you're not wrong. Putting them together with some inspiration was easy enough. Venus de Milo for Geodude and Cassiopeia from League of Legends for Onyx. Those were easy enough. But explaining softer parts on them was a bit trickier. In order to make the Pokemorph more appealing and eventually spread the virus, it had to change some biological features for Pokemorphs, like Geodude. It had to make their reproductive organs easier to access, so that the rocks around the newly formed breast and vagina became more sponge-like. While some, like Onyx, had scales developed for its underbelly. Similar Pokemorphs, like Voltorb and Magnemite, are genderless and are essentially just heads. Electric Pokemon like them have to create their own bodies and maintain them, which basically turns them into living sex dolls. Or sex bots, I apologize. Such changes will be showcased in their Pokédex entries as well as their art, which our patrons will be the first to see once it's finished. And with that said, we're moving on to the next. Who's that Pokemorph? Alright. Who's that Pokemorph? Deadman, do you know who that Pokemorph is?
You know that I can't see it because of the video. You know that, right?
Yes, I do. That's the joke. I was hoping you'd guess anyway, because that would have made it even funnier. Because then everybody else would have been like, no, that's Tauros. Alright, although it technically falls under the above category because adaptations were made to ensure the spread of the virus, specific morphs had to be given a little something extra. On a personal side note, to help explain the thought process here, I played the original Pokemon games, Red and Blue. The only Pokemon that had known genders were Nidoran, which had male and female. The rest you assumed had both genders or a matching partner. In my own headcanon, Hitmonlee went with Hitmonchan, Mr. Mime went with Jinx, and so on. Then in Gen 2 it introduced genders, and some didn't have a second gender, and they still don't. Now we get back to our game. The main objective of the virus is procreation and infecting others. In doing so, it accesses a Pokemon's DNA. If the gender is undefined, like legendary Pokemon or Voltorb or Magnemite, etc., the virus transforms it into a full female. However, if it doesn't recognize a female gene or counterpart to pair with, such as Hitmonlee, Mr. Mime, Tauros, etc. It changes morph into a masculine female form in order for it to be able to reproduce, giving birth to more Pokemorphs, and the Pokemorph Virus continues to spread. And these morphs do have male and female sexual organs. They're hermaphrodites. But finally, some males other than seahorses can understand the pain of giving birth. The only exceptions made to this rule was Hitmonchan, given its arguable feminine features already, to counter Hitmonlee, and Ditto, who can transform and change its gender depending on its partner already, so it doesn't need those minor adaptations because it has those already. But speaking of more minor adaptations, we now come to our last. Who's that Pokemorph?
Once you reveal Charmander.
I don't know why it does that. Alright, so I revealed Charmander and I cut out. Alright. I forgot what I said before that, but I'll just get back into what I had written down. As with shiny Pokemon, some morphs are affected differently compared to others of their kind, resulting in enhanced characteristics. Yeah, enhanced characteristics. Air quotes. And altered evolution patterns, such as clumsy Charmander right here, who is constantly tripping over her own tail and completely off balance because of her enhanced characteristics. Air quotes. Or there can just simply be something special about them, such as the well-endowed clumsy Charmander here, or the perverted frisky Bulbasaur coming in the end of next chapter, or this chapter when we finish it in the new engine. These special morphs are kind of our bread and butter in the game. They're the really special ones that people go out and they do these events and they're catered around to finding these special Pokemorphs, and they're just fun, and people love them for any number of reasons. But Clumsy Charmander here and the perverted Frisky Bulbasaur, as well as Queen Beedrill that's going to be coming with the new release, Cosplay Pikachu, which is a fan favorite and features in most of our holiday pictures, and Bonnie Sandshrew, which is also a well-known one, are ones that people really flock to because they're original concepts. But all these make up the special morphs category in the game. And we hope to add many of these different morphs into the game as we produce forward, as we go forward. Excuse me. But that's it for Who's That Pokemorph? Val, Dad, do y'all have anything else you would like to add?
Related to the morphs themselves?
Morphs, lore, whatever, that is literally it for what I have written down. So the next portion is nothing but discussion about the game itself. Either the story, the characters, or things like that, origins, whatever people want to know. Excuse me.
Well, I guess some people will, because I know that in later chapters we're going to actually start revealing more and more of our actual personas, in the game, as they've already seen Val and me at the very end of the last chapter. Eventually, you guys are going to see us talking and trying to somewhat solve the crisis that's been affecting King. Sort of, kind of. Got anything to pick up on that one?
Well, I'll wait for everyone else to kind of catch up here. I forgot to mention the effects on humans.
Yes, you did.
And I completely missed that in my notes because I didn't even write that down. I didn't even think about that until just now. So the virus affects humans similar to how it affects males, Pokemon males. It increases their libido. It's kind of like a pheromone to them. They get really attracted to others, really horny, and by the end of the game you can really see the effects on everyone because it starts going from those trainers that you're all familiar with to something more devious for a lot of them. What's a good example?
Two counterpart teams that are facing each other.
No, I mean the actual trainer changes, not Mesa versus Prime. Pokemon fanatics or Poke fans.
That's a good one.
I have no idea what that was, but yeah, they go from Pokemon fans to Pokemon fanatics, in which they're actually boning a Pokemon or Pokemorph right in their battle art. Kind of like some of the Poke fans and have a little Pokemon on their side or something, and then they pop up and they battle with similar Pokemon. That's kind of how the world's going to be. It's just going to go from the Pokemon game we all know and love at the beginning to, the Pokemon game we all want it to be in the end.
I guess a good example of that would be one of our reoccurring battle people that we face quite often, I think Route 2, that keeps on popping up, like in Mount Moon and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Anne is a good one. As some of you who've played the game have seen, we have a little Easter egg character that is going to be popping up as the game goes on, and you can actually see her transitioning from this very lovely, very well-kept girl into something far more devious and far more influenced by the world changing around her. and this is Egran, and we're going to have several different battle arts for her that shows that progression and can show you how much the world is changing as you're progressing in the game. I mean, it'll be obvious with the trainers transitioning, but Egran is the embodiment of that full change, because most of the characters are stagnant, I guess you could say. They're not very dynamic characters. They will be depending on how the players make him. But for the most part, his personality isn't going to change much. It's just how the character player plays it. But you won't be able to visibly see his changes as much as you will Egran.
Like a good example. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
You were going to say something about Val.
Oh, I was going to say something about that. Anyways, what I was going to say was I was going to invite Val to chip in if he wanted to add anything, or if, like I said, if anybody wants to hear about something specific Pokemorphs, or characters, or anything involving the story, now is the time to do so. Like, we won't go too much into what we have planned in the future, but we are willing to share some stuff if anyone wants to know.
Nothing but dead hair.
Yeah, right.
Well, we sort of kind of expected this when all that kind of technical issues happened.
Yeah. I mean, that's the sad truth. And yeah, if this was organized a little bit better and I wasn't as flustered, we probably would have done it a lot more. Because at one point, we did have 7, 8 people in here. And I've seen the number go up and down since we've been sitting here.
Looks like Val's got nothing to add.
Alright. Let's see.
Anything else that you think we should cover while we're still streaming / recording so that people will know when it comes out? Guess we could always reiterate what we said before we started recording about the progress on the game.
I guess we could. Hey, just to reiterate what we were saying earlier, I know a lot of people are anticipating the next release, and we're anticipating it too. And we're really looking forward to finally getting it out there, because once the engine is done, we're going to be able to just plug and play pretty much. Especially with our team getting ahead as we are, and constantly adding to the stuff to the game. And I think we're adding several pictures between several pictures in an event or two. In between Palette and Mountain Moon, so people will still be able to experience new content, even playing through the first chapter and into the second chapter, and hopefully we'll even be able to include the third chapter with the next release. So that's going to bring a whole new area out, and people can explore it, and then from there it's just a matter of finishing artwork and plugging and playing. That's it. Hopefully we have a demo here soon enough. But like I said, until we get someone that really knows Game Maker to come and help Val, he's kind of going in blind and figuring out everything himself, and reading tutorials and watching YouTube videos on how to do it and catching classes he can here and there. But without someone who really knows Game Maker to help him out and to teach him, give him kind of hands-on training in Game Maker, it's going to be a slow, painful process. Not just for him, but everybody. No pressure, Val. No pressure.
Yeah, Val's doing a great job at it. It's just, like Dad said, it's a slow learning curve for us to be able to get past this. So, but when we actually do get into Game Maker, all those like different problems that we kept on seeing with Humberto's engine, like the sprites stacking, the sprint activations that somehow goes into the scene so you can still move and stuff like that, and even the saves disappearing, all those should hopefully disappear.
Well,
but unfortunately, we didn't get any questions during the stream, but that was kind of to be expected.
yeah. I mean, we're 4 out of 5 in here, so I don't know who the 5th person is, but thank you, 5th person, for showing up tonight. We really appreciate it. We like that you came, hung out with us tonight. We don't have much more to add. We're hoping for a little bit more of a crowd here. And of course, if anybody comes and watches this later, by all means, leave a comment, ask us questions. We're more than happy to answer them or share our game, because we're having, despite the setbacks, we are having fun. We've been doing this for a while now, and we don't want to spend another 4 years making this game, but at the same time, we're enjoying it. We like it, and we like sharing it with other people.
Oh God, we've been working on this for 4 years.
And yep, 2014. I want to verify that real quick.
But considering that was basically mostly just this as a free game, we are doing quite well progress-wise compared to some of the other free games that creators have put out there that, like, even a year in, if not even that, just die because the creators don't think that people are interested in it anymore, and then they stop showing up, and then all of a sudden you get an outcry. What happened to the creator? When's the next update? And the guy never checks again.
Yeah, that's how it goes with most of these games. But I'll tell you, even if it's a slow, painful process and the team falls apart and this, that, the other, I'm still going to be working on the game until it's done, because we've spent long enough on it. I'm going to see it through to the end, and I hope the team is right there with me, even if it's only, we have games planned for the future. We have three Pokemorph games planned, and a good detail for each of them, or a good amount of detail for each of them. But we have several other games planned that we kind of want to work on in between the Pokemorph games. But if this is the only one we do, that will be a success, and I'll be more than happy to end on that note, because at least we have something that people are going to enjoy playing for a long time. And more so, they're going to enjoy time and time again, because it's just like the original Pokemon games. Sometimes you just want to go back and play the basics. And with different...
The re-release on the Nintendo Store was super big. Oh my goodness gracious.
Hey, who knows? In 20 years, we might do a Pokemorph remake with updated graphics and blackjack and hookers.
I don't know about that actually, but I do know that plan on releasing Gen 1 again on Switch.
Yeah, I said that the other day. Yeah, what is it? Flame red and something.
Yeah, who knows?
Burning flame or something. I don't know. Cool water. I don't know. They're remaking them again. I don't know. Anyways, if there's nothing else to add, I think we can wrap. I was hoping this one would only go on for maybe an hour and a half tops, and technically we made it to the hour and a half mark, but only 30 minutes of it was actually us talking about lore.
Yep. But hey, a 30-minute video is not bad.
That's true. Then again, I might have to get together with you four and try to remake this, make it smoother, make it nicer. No offense to the fifth person in here, but this is not what I hoped it would be. But it's progress. Lesson learned for next video. Have everything out well before the day of. That way I can just hop online and get right to it. So.
Any professional closeout, Dapper?
I have two. Let's go with Wubba Lubba Dub Dub. That's it. That's the cue. No, again, thanks everyone who came out tonight. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us. I know it's mostly just our team, but hey, we appreciate you, fifth guy, and we hope you continue to stay up to date with Pokemorph news.
And thank you for any of us watching the backlog of this video on YouTube.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Now have a good night.
Goodbye, everyone.
Alright, I'm done recording. Oh, well, that was severely disappointing, but...
A shit show.
Huh?
A partial shit show, but, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. I want to know who this fifth person is. Where do I see who's all in the chat?
You know, I think it's been acting up because I can't. The only person the participants is Dark Impulses itself.
No, I don't know. Participants, there we go. No, that's me. Apparently you can have multiple participants. I don't know how to do that.
I think that's the plan, Val, is one of these upcoming days is we're gonna just all get together. But if you guys can get a mic, that'd be great, and that way we can just redo this and make it a more proper, more clear-cut thing for YouTube.
I think that's a plan. I'll think of more stuff to talk about because I kind of threw all that together. I think there was a few more things I really wanted to get in on, but with the mess that happened today, I didn't get to a good section of what I wanted to talk about. And I don't even remember what they were. I know it was a couple of the characters. I really wanted to get into more Pokemorph designs. Maybe that's what I wanted to do. Oh man, I mean I'm not finished with the battle arts yet, but I wanted to do like a top 5 from each of us. Who are our top 5 favorites of the current designs? And maybe even get a little bit of Pokédex entries out.
Well, I know that I'm usually pretty flexible on time that we could possibly get together. How about you, Val? What's